would like to introduce to you thematic books on subject teen smoking. I reviewed several books about smoking and how it can be harmful for teenagers. As educators, we need to know about hazardous issues of smoking, and we need to know the tips to convince teens not to smoke and the ways to protect our young generations from smoking. The following books, such as Smoking, Teen Smoking, Smoking, Teen Smoking, and Tobacco and Smoking, shares common ideas. Cigarettes. Smoking during childhood and adolescence produce significant health problems among young people, including cough and phlegm production, an increase in the number and severity of respiratory illnesses, decreased physical fitness, an unfavorable lipid profile, and potential retardation in the rate of lung growth and the level of maximum lung function. An estimated 440,000 Americans die each year from diseases caused by smoking. All of the books cite the following statistic. Each day, nearly 6,000 children under 18 years of age start smoking. Of this, nearly 2,000 will become regular smokers. That is almost 800,000 annually. It is estimated that at least 4.5 million U.S. adolescents are cigarette smokers. Approximately 90% of smokers begin smoking before the age of 21. If current tobacco use patterns persist, an estimated 6.4 million children will die prematurely from a smoking-related disease. According to a 2001 national survey of high school students, the overall prevalence of current cigarette use was 28%. Nearly 20% of 12th graders, 12% of 10th graders, and 5.5% of 8th graders smoke cigarettes daily. Adolescents who smoke regularly can have just as hard time quitting as long-time smokers. Of adolescents who have smoked at least 100 cigarettes in their lifetime, most of them report that they would like to quit but are not able to do so. Cigarette advertisements tend to emphasize youthful vigor, sexual attraction, and independence themes, which appeal to teenagers and young adults struggling with these issues. Tobacco use in adolescence is associated with a range of health-compromising behaviors, including being involved in fights, carrying weapons, engaging in high-risk sexual behavior, and using alcohol and other drugs. The American Lung Association estimates that every minute 4,800 teens will take their first drag of a cigarette. Of those 4,800, about 2,000 will go on to be chain smokers. The fact that teen smoking rates are steadily increasing is disturbing. We're finding out that about 80% of adult smokers started smoking as teenagers. Teens like to act as if they are someone special or dangerous. By smoking, they can act on those feelings. Because it is so forbidden, it becomes more alluring to teens. The problem is that when they take their first puff, they can become addicted. The idea that they are breaking the law or going against their parents and schools is an addiction within itself. Kids like to get attention. It doesn't matter if it is good attention or bad attention. They crave attention, and by smoking they get big attention. The other teens look at them and in all kinds of ways, and the adults get upset and don't know what to do. Nicotine is considered the number one entrance drug into other substance abuse problems. Research shows that teens between 13 and 17 years of age who smoke daily are more likely to use other drug substances. The use of other drugs is part of the peer pressure that our children have to face. The earlier that our youth begin using tobacco, the more likely they will continue using into adulthood. Who is tobacco? Why is tobacco so addicting? It's because nicotine acts as a stimulant, which is stimulating the mind, body, and spirit. When the body tolerance levels high, then one ends up needing to use larger doses of nicotine to maintain a certain level of the psychological effect. When the body becomes accustomed to the presence of nicotine, it then requires the use of chemical to help the body to function normally. This level of dependence is referred to as an addiction. Here is some common experience from teens who smoke. They try to their first cigarette in 6th or 7th grade. They often don't perform well in school. They feel like they are not a part of the school. They become isolated from other students. They can't perform as well at sports events. They feel like they have little hope of going to college. They feel like they need a job to support their smoking habit. They reported to school officials for skipping the classes. They start using other illegal substances. They begin experimenting with alcohol and other drugs. They experience pressure from home and school and use tobacco as a form of relief. Teen smokers enjoy trying to hide their smoking. In conclusion, I would like to tell, as educators and parents, it is in our hands to protect our children from smoking by explaining to them about hazardous health issues and nicotine addiction.